Welcome back, guys, to our playthrough of Pokemon Soul Silver. We got a lot to do in this episode, but before we jump into anything, let's talk about the pink Furret in the room. Let's just say that I got it through trading from Pokemon Go. Okay, that's not true. Shiny Furret is one of my favorite Pokemon of all time, and having Furret on the team is dope, but I really, really wanted to have a Shiny Furret companion. Look at how awesome that is. I was actually really surprised that Furret was shiny as your walking buddy. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't think I ever had Shiny Gyarados as my buddy, so I don't remember seeing it being red. So when I got this, I was like, I wonder if the Shiny Companion thing, like, if it works, and it does, which is really cool. So Shiny Furret is on our team. Yes, I did use a shiny cheat to get it. This isn't like some bragging thing. I'm not gonna like it. I really needed to get a new Furret because I wanted to get rid of the HMs that it had and teach it only Strength and Surf for now. I wanted to get rid of Cut and Rock Smash, so I actually found that Farfetch'd can learn Cut, which kind of sort of makes sense, I guess. So I got Farfetch'd for Fly because it was the only bird that I had, and Farfetch'd is kind of an interesting Pokemon. Taught that one Cut, removed Rock Smash from Furret, and by getting a new one and not teaching it Rock Smash, and teaching Rock Smash to Politoed. So I moved some things around. The Luxury Balls is kind of interesting. If you go to, I think, the top, or one of the top floors, or maybe the roof of Goldenrod department store, one of the places there, one of the vendors, if you actually talk to them, they have like this little raffle thing, and you have a small chance of getting a luxury ball and even a smaller chance of getting like a special dragon move as a TM. Otherwise, most of the raffles will give you just a berry, but I got a couple of luxury balls doing it because I really wanted to get one specifically for this. So my thought process was this: if I was going to get a Furret, it's going to be a shiny one just because I think it's dope. I want it on the team. Didn't get it legitly, get over it. I needed to get a new Furret anyway because I was going to go to Blackthorn and I was going to teach it or have it remove, or have the move deleter remove some of the HMs. And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to catch a new one. You know what? I'm going to catch a shiny one. You know what? I want a luxury ball. And so I did all of the above. And then I swapped out Haunter, grabbed Farfetch'd because I needed to have a flyer. And I figured if I wasn't going to teach Furret Cut because I want Scyther / Scizor to have it, I will teach Cut to Farfetch'd for now in case we need it. But now we're going to go and hit up the National Park and do the bug catching contest and see if I can catch a Scyther. If I'm not mistaken, I should be able to do that. But I am like super stoked to have a shiny companion. I didn't know that was really was a thing. So, but I'm stoked that it is. It makes sense that it is. I was partly expecting it to be brown, but man, shiny Furret is absolutely fantastic. Okay, so I have the National Park. This is Goldenrod City. Is this Ecruteak National Park? Okay, so I think this takes us to the, you know what? I think if I go here, no, that's not going to be quicker. Either way, we have to like trek a little bit. So let's go ahead and just take the bike and move on because I need to get to the, if I go to the National Park, it takes me to the Pokeathlon and there's like a long pathway there that I gotta walk anyway. So we'll just bike on over there. Yeah, I promise if I ever get like a shiny Pokemon on the team and I don't do it like legitly, like you'll know, I'll tell you. I wanted it just because I think he's a really cool design and I just thought it'd be neat to look at while we're playing around. But I'm not going to do it again. I don't really have any other need for like shiny cheats. But it looks dope, dude. He looks really freaking cool. All right. Okay, so I think, where is the guy who does the bug catching contest? Is he in here? I don't know where the dude is at. There's nobody there. That's weird. Unless, oh, there he is. Today's Tuesday. That means the bug catching contest is on today. The rules are simple. Using one of your Pokemon, catch a bug type Pokemon to be judged. Would you like to give it a try? Yes, I would. Okay. Uh-oh, you have more than one Pokemon. You'll have to use Furret, the first Pokemon in your party. Is that okay? I guess. You can try. Fine. Well, hold your other Pokemon while you compete. I'm fine with that. Here are the sport balls for the contest. Cool. The person who gets the strongest bug Pokemon is the winner. You have 20 minutes. If you run out of sports balls, you're done. You can keep the last Pokemon you catch as your own. Go out and catch the strongest bug Pokemon you can find. Cool. All right. So we're just going to run through here, and I'm going to see if I can find a Scyther. I remember the last time I did this. Yeah, it was kind of tough to find. I'm not going to catch literally anything other than Scyther. I think, do we get a chance to see Pinsir? Look at Furret, dude. He looks so good. I love it. Yeah, I didn't want to make this video to be about like shiny Furret or anything, but I feel like since we're going to be focusing on something else, I just wanted to address it. Whether you're just watching this specific video in my playlist for whatever reason, or if you're like watching the whole thing, I just wanted to be like, don't get excited. It's not a legit shiny Furret. I mean, it's legit shiny Furret, but like I used to cheat to get it. I just think pink shiny Furret is fantastic. Tied for my first favorite Pokemon of all time, shiny Furret, is shiny Alolan Raichu. That deep, dark, like milk chocolate, like kind of cocoa look to it is so freaking cool. And then my third favorite Pokemon, since you asked, is Mega Alakazam. I love Mega Alakazam's design. It sucks that Pokemon don't have like a fourth stage, like in Final Evolution, because that means that Mega Alakazam is like, it's a temporary thing. But he looks really awesome. Really awesome. Love that. Love it, love it, love it, love it. I will admit, I do feel kind of guilty because right now, Jasmine is over in the Olivine Lighthouse, like waiting for us to like bring the medicine to help that Ampharos. And he's like super sick and dying. And I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't matter. If it dies, that's fine. You can have mine and I'll just go catch another Mareep. You know, they're very easy to come by, so it's not like we can't just go get another one. Come on, Scyther. I think Scyther has a really small chance of showing up here. I wonder, I kind of want to look it up. I wonder, let's take a look. Let's break it down. Let's break it down. Bug catching contest SoulSilver. Let's see. Wikipedia has some details on it, so here's what we're looking at. Okay, cool. So I got the stats. Ah, shit. I didn't want to throw that. Okay, so we have Caterpie's a 20% chance, 10% on Metapod, 5% Butterfree. Oh, wait, that's Gen 2, which is about accurate anyway. Let's see, Gen 4. Okay, so Caterpie, 20%, Metapod, 10%, Butterfree, 5%, Weedle, 20%, Kakuna, 10%, Beedrill, 5%, Paris, 10%, Venonat, 10%, Scyther, and Pinsir, both at 5%. Its feet have suction cups designed to stick to any surface. It tenaciously climbs trees to forage. So, yeah, if we want to get a Pinsir or a Scyther, these guys are going to be hard to come by. Both HeartGold and SoulSilver, 5% chance between levels 13 and 14, I think, which is weird because it shows the levels as 13 to 14, and then in parentheses it says 27 to 28, and I don't know why. I don't know what that means. Is there like a reason why it would have a higher level of some kind? I also don't know if they can run. This isn't a Safari Zone situation, but it's similar enough to where like I'm concerned. Like I don't want to run into a Scyther and then all of a sudden like I'm screwed. Also, is there a timer or can I just leave whenever I want? Because once I get Scyther, I'm done. But I want a male one, so if we run into a female one, I'm just gonna leave and keep looking. It's so cool. So one of the things that I love so much about shiny Furret is that I used to be a huge Pokemon Go fan, played since it first came out. What was it? Was it 2016 when it first came out or something like that? And it was crazy seeing how many people were like going nuts over that game. Never seen anything like it. The amount of people on the streets and the sidewalk. I made new friends just by walking up to people. I'll never forget, I was down by the beach. I was actually at Laguna Beach, in fact, because I live in Southern California, and I was at Laguna Beach, and we were just walking around catching Pokemon. And like there was a massive amount of people, like hundreds of people on the beach just catching Pokemon. And out of nowhere, I hear some guy scream, and he's all like, Aerodactyl! And people were losing their shit. And it was just like a mob of people on the beach, like running and screaming, trying to catch this Aerodactyl that was like wild in Pokemon Go. The game has evolved a lot since then, and they've added shiny Pokemon. And I remember one of the coolest shiny Pokemon that I was after for a long time was shiny Sentret, the first form of Furret. It's gold and it looks really sweet and I love it. And I ran into it and I was super excited and I was trying to catch it. And as you know, like Pokemon Go doesn't have, it's not like a battle encounter. It's just like throw fruit, little berries or whatever, and then like throw your Pokeballs at it. And it ran away and I was devastated, dude, devastated. And it wrecked me because I really, really wanted to get that one and evolve it into shiny Furret. Because it wasn't part of any community day. And the community days, if you don't know, every month, Niantic, the company that makes and develops Pokemon Go, they have a special community day, which usually takes place on a Sunday or maybe a Saturday for a few hours, where they have increased rates of shinies of one specific Pokemon for a couple hours. So like Charmander or Squirtle or whatever. And they've never done it for Sentret and Furret. So this is like kind of a special one, because like so many Pokemon have been shiny for community days. And so eventually I did run into a Sentret, and I got super excited, and I lost my cool about it, and I caught it, and I was so happy and so excited, and then I evolved it into Furret, and I was so stoked. Oh man, it was just crazy. Because I remember I caught tons and tons of Sentret just to have enough candy to evolve at the moment that I was ready to get my shiny Furret, because I really, really wanted that. And so I got it, and I walked around with it as my buddy for like more than 2 years, and I was just so stoked. And so he's very special to me, which is why like I really wanted to have a Furret on my team. And I probably would have done a shiny Furret earlier, but I was sort of like, man, I don't know how people feel about it, because like, you know, I'm doing a playthrough, but like a lot of people were really supportive. Like looking at the comments, people were just like, it's your gameplay, it's your playthrough, do whatever you want. And I'm like, okay, cool. I'm glad people feel that way. But like, I'm not trying to pass it off as a legitimate shiny. It's just, you know, this is a Pokemon that I wanted on my team. Shiny looks absolutely fantastic. I love it. He looks brilliant. I love the sprite. And so yeah, that's really all there is to it. There's nothing special here. It's just I wanted to have this buddy with me, just kind of as sort of a throwback or an homage to my Pokemon Go days. I don't really play much anymore. Niantic kind of screwed that game up. Actually, I will say this. In 2024, as of May, so the time of this like recording, they had some really cool updates that changed like the battlefield, or like the I guess the actual field. Like when you run into a shiny Pokemon, there's like structures and like details and stuff now, which looks really cool. But I mean, it's been almost 10 years since the game has been out, and like Niantic it's not a good developer. The game has so many bugs, many of them aren't fixed. There's so many broken things, and so many things that people have been asking for, and features that should have been honestly at the game in day one. But like the game is super freaking basic, and Niantic, I mean, it's a cash cow. Like the game makes $1 billion a year for them, so like, what do they care? Why invest in designing more articulate, detailed, and complex systems for fans if it's gonna make $1 billion a year as is, you know? But like, I don't know. I've always kind of been of the thought process is like, if you're gonna make something, no matter what, make it to be something that you're proud of. And I can't imagine that Niantic was proud of the way that Pokemon Go was for so many years. Sure, it was successful, and they're proud that they made a game that was super successful and all that, and they're proud of all the money that it was pulling in, but like, you can't tell me that you were proud of the product. There's just no way. I won't believe you. But, you know, it was a fun thing to do. You're walking around the mall or whatever. You're just like out on the beach, kind of catching some sun, and feet bare in the sand between the toes and all that, you know, and catching a wild Pokemon. Magikarp flopping around on the beach and all that stuff. I don't know, it's fun. And it was exciting too. Like I remember following okay, so this is kind of interesting. If you look up, I don't know exactly how you would look it up, but on Google there's an article that featured me about Pokemon Go. I was with some YouTube friends at San Diego Comic-Con a few years back, before the entire Kanto Pokedex was released in Pokemon Go. In fact, it was specifically before the legendary birds were available. And I remember this was about the same time when some guy had lied about how he ran into an Articuno, or like people were saying that he lied. Pinsir, I'm gonna catch this one just to have it, but I don't really want to keep it. And he said that he had an Articuno, and he had footage, and like honestly it looked legit. If you were to show me, I'd be like, I don't know like how he got it, but like it looks legit. But Niantic was like, no, because we haven't released Articuno, there's no way for him to have it. So I don't know what he did, but it was like, it looked just like Articuno, and when they finally released the game, it was the same. So I think what they did is they must have like hacked the game into like one of those Pokemon Go Plus things that you can download outside the App Store. Maybe they like went through the game files, found Articuno, and like tweaked something. because it wasn't officially released. But anyway, the point is this was like around that time. And so we were at San Diego Comic-Con, and we were in hall, I don't know if it was hall H or we were around one of the big halls. And I think there was like some sort of Pokemon event or something going on with Pokemon Go in particular that people were going nuts over. And we were all waiting to find out what was going on, and we were speculating that they were going to release one of the legendary birds legitimately, and rumors were circulating that it was going to be, oh, you know what, I forgot, I can fight this thing. Why am I throwing balls at it? Sorry, I was distracted by my story. And we were speculating that it was Articuno, and there was like no basis for this at all. But that was just something that we were thinking about, and so we were talking about it, and I started cheering at the crowd, like, you know, Team Valor, because that's the team that I was at the time, and like the crowd was going nuts, and everyone's going crazy. I was riling up the crowd, and there's just video footage of me like yelling and all this stuff, and a bunch of media outlets, like nerd geeky media outlets like IGN and stuff like that, caught the video footage, and they were covering the event, and so like there's video footage of me yelling and riling up the crowd and stuff, and it was pretty cool. I mean, they didn't talk to me like I don't even think it was my name. I don't know. I don't think they had my name in there. But yeah, like we were just talking and speculating these rumors, and then of course, like the event was like nothing interesting. I forget exactly what it was because it was so not interesting at all. And like there was no new Pokemon released at all. It was just like, I think it was just some dumb minor update that no one cared for. I don't care about this pincer. But yeah, I remember that distinctly remember that. And it was like, you know, during that San Diego Comic-Con weekend, anything Pokemon related featured some article that had me in it. You can hear my voice, you can see me walking around. It's just like, it's super dorky though. Like this isn't like a humble brag. Like it's kind of embarrassing, but it was fun riling up the crowd and yelling about, you know, whatever. And then nothing happening. Like there was no new Pokemon at all. Like there was nothing. So it turned out to be a huge bust, but it was cool hanging out with some dudes and like cheering and spreading rumors about it. It's really funny. But yeah, Pokemon Go was a good time. Now I don't even care about the community days. Unless there's a Pokemon that I absolutely love that like there's a shiny that I don't have, then I'll do it. But like I haven't played in months. Like I've been actually transferring a lot of my Pokemon out of the game, in fact, over to Pokemon Go, or Pokemon Home rather, out of Pokemon Go into Pokemon Home, which is a system that connects to all the current Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch. So you can just like pop in and out and drop your Pokemon in there. And I've got like dozens and dozens and dozens and dozens of shinies in there. Legendaries and mythics, and I think I actually have a shiny Furret and a shiny Sentret in there, because I didn't want to evolve the second one since I already had a Furret. And so like, yeah, like I was going nuts over it for a while. Dang, this Beedrill is just like haunting. Yeah, for some reason as I was talking, even though I was taking attacks and like getting hit by the opponent Pokemon, like I just kept on imagining this is more like a Safari Zone thing. And then I couldn't like fight back, but I'm like, wait a minute, I'm getting hit by Rap, I'm getting hit by attacks, like I can fight back and weaken these guys. I just don't want to run the risk of like not having enough balls for Scyther. That's really what I want. Pinsir would be nice for the sake of like having it in the Pokedex, but like, no. I do wonder though, is it possible if you brought a Pokemon in that knows Cut, could you cut the grass like outside of battle like you can in other games and make it so no one can search for bug Pokemon? I think that would be hilarious. I'm sure that's not even a mechanic. It might even stop you from doing it, but I'm sure. Yo, it's female, damn it. He looks cool though. Nope. Want a male one. Keep on going. I'm glad there's not a timer or anything. While Shiny Furret is like, and a Scyther back to back. Damn, that's some sweet luck, even though I don't care for it. Breaks the mold. While Shiny Furret is my favorite Pokemon, I think, of all time. Shiny Alolan Raichu is probably tied, but like I guess if I had to pick one, I would pick Furret over it. Well, I don't know. The hard thing is that Shiny Alolan Raichu is so much more rare. And in Pokemon Go, because that's kind of what the topic is that we're on right now, and I'm trying to kill time while I'm trying to find the damn Scyther. So Shiny Alolan Raichu was a pain to get in Pokemon Go, because like the modern games didn't have any like easy way to get a shiny Alolan Raichu. There was just no way to do it. I mean, you could cheat, and there are a lot of cheaters out there and like services that could like make you a perfect, you know, EV IV combination and transfer it into your game. Come on, yeah, it's my boy. Sweet. But like I had to go about it in Pokemon Go because I think at the time the only way available as of Sword and Shield at that point was getting it in Sun and Moon, which sucked. That made it really difficult. And so, but Pokemon Go had a way you could find raids that were random at certain points that would feature shiny Alolan Raichu. And I did like hundreds of raids, and the chances of running into a shiny was supposed to be like 1 in 69 or something. Yes, got it. Yes, Scizor, here we come, baby. It was like 1 in like 60 something, and yeah, and I couldn't find it for the life of me. Scyther, Mantis Pokemon. When it moves, it leaves only a blur. If it hides in grass, its protective coloration makes it invisible. Very cool. Swap the Scyther for your Caterpie. Hell yeah, bitch. Okay, cool. Let's get out of here. I don't care if I win. I'm probably going to be in the top 3, I would think. But I don't care that much. But I eventually caught a shiny Alolan Raichu after like 2 years of grinding for it. And then I decided just for fun to like do a couple more. And eventually I got 3. I got 2 males and a female. I was really stoked about that. So I have 7 minutes left. Do you want... Oh, it was timed. Okay, please wait in the National Park for the announcement of the winners. But I got that, and I transferred those immediately into like Sword and Shield, played with it, immediately moved it into the next games, Scarlet and Violet, which are a huge disappointment. We'll now judge the Pokemon you've caught. We have chosen the winners. Are you ready for this? I spent so much money on Pokemon Go. It's super embarrassing just because I wanted that shiny Alolan Raichu. Placing 3rd is the Picnic Crusader. You caught a writhing Metapod. Oh my god. Dude, you suck. That was third place. Placing 2nd is the Bug Catcher Dawn, who caught a wriggling Pinsir. Oh. So I did get first place. Score 320 points. This bug catching contest winner is the Bug Catcher who caught a whopping Scyther. Aw, dirtbag. He got a better Scyther than me. He must have been stronger. Score is 337 points. Yeah, because I think, yeah, if Scyther shows up 13 to 14, and so does Pinsir. There is a weird thing on Wikipedia, though. I don't know why it says 27 to 28, though. Okay. Everyone else gets a shed shell as a consolation prize. That's fine. I don't really care. I just wanted the Pokemon more than anything. Cool. We'll return the Pokemon we kept for you. Here you go. We hope you'll take part in a bug catching contest in the future. Give a nickname to the Scyther you caught. No. Okay, went to the box. I can't believe that... Wait. That means that someone with a Metapod beat me? Are you mother effing serious, dude? How did a Metapod beat me in the catching contest? That is some trash work right there, dude. I don't even know. That probably was a PC that would work for me. Actually, you know what? We can probably fly. What am I doing? What am I doing? Let's see. Pokemon, let's go. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and fly. We'll fly directly to Olivine, actually, because we got to deal with some stuff there. But yeah. Shiny Alolan Raichu is beautiful, beautiful. If you happen to be interested, and I don't know why you would be, but just in case you were, if you were interested in like all of my favorite Pokemon, there's a website that I featured in my Discord that shows like, you can, basically what it is you go to this website and you pick every single element and within like the current element, so all the way up to fairy type, and you can choose your favorite Pokemon for each individual element. So I've chosen all of that and I put it in my Discord. We were talking about it recently, so like I have my favorite team, like my favorite shinies, my favorite team, my favorite for every single element, like we were talking about that. So if you're interested in participating in that conversation, like I'd encourage you to, you know, come join us. Talk to me about your Pokemon, dude. Talk to me about anything not Pokemon related, whatever. Okay, so we're gonna deposit a Pokemon. I really don't need Farfetch'd right now because I don't have any purpose for flying. Okay. I just love how good he looks, dude. He looks brilliant. We're gonna inspect him in a minute. Okay, we're gonna get my Scyther. Cool. All right, and I'm going to teach him False Swipe, which I absolutely must have. Let's do that first. And Cut. So he's going to know both of those. He should be able to learn it right now. I don't think Scyther can learn it for sure, but Scyther could. I don't see why he couldn't. Scyther knows it already? Well, isn't that something? Okay, so I need Cut. I mean, I don't know. I feel like he should have Cut, right? I don't know if he's actually gonna like need it. Yeah, this is the part that sucks, dude. I don't know if there's gonna be any point between me and where I need to go where Cut is necessary, but like, yeah, I might as well have it. He doesn't have any bug type moves. Let's actually inspect Scyther's details right now because I'm curious as to what his elemental growth is. What? No, that didn't make sense. His move. I was thinking his bug type move, and bug is an element, and I was thinking like the element of bug, when does he get it as he grows levels? I was thinking that, and then all of a sudden I said this thing that didn't make any sense. I want to look at his level, like, growth and what moves come along with it. So at level 25, he learns Fury Cutter, and then he has X Scissor at 41. And then he's a dual type though, so he has Air Slash. Scizor is Bug and Steel though, so I guess it doesn't really even matter because he's going to learn some Steel type moves eventually anyway. I am disappointed that he can't learn Fly. His wings are a little weak, so I understand why he can't, but I feel like he should. He can learn Cut, Defog in Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum. He can learn Rock Smash, which might actually be very useful, but he's not a fighting type, so I don't really understand if that's a good choice or not. Okay, so also too, as a reminder, I'm gonna say this every time like the conversation gets brought up by me. So Scyther evolves by trade while holding a metal coat, an item that I do happen to have on my person. And while I'm not a big fan of the trade evolutions, I have modified the game to allow me to evolve Pokemon that require like trades, just simply through leveling up. Now Scyther, he just needs a metal coat in his possession, and he needs to level up just like one time, and then he'll evolve. Politoed was the same way. When we went from Poliwhirl to Politoed, that's how we evolved him. Alakazam evolved right at 37, so naturally these Pokemon are here with us. Actually, I need to swap out real fast. Let's see. Pokemon, bum, bum, bum. Swap you out. Farfetch'd, where's my Scyther? I'm gonna actually, I don't have the, oh, I do have it. There it is. Okay, cool. And he's just like off to this side. Let's move him over. This isn't gonna last very long because Scyther's gonna be replaced by Scizor very shortly. Okay. All right, and Scyther learned Cut. He's got False Swipe and Cut. Okay, so let's go inspect that for a second. Actually, are my Pokemon healed? Do they heal me, or am I still... Yeah, Furret's okay after all that damage. My memory is garbage, son. Okay, so let's see. So we're gonna go Pokemon. I need to move his moves around. Summary. False Swipe. He also knows Pursuit and Focus Energy, but I don't really care about those. Do I have any other TMs that are worthy? I'm kind of trying to think if I should get rid of... Like, we'll get Whirlpool eventually, but I feel like Rock Smash might be useful for him right now, too. False Swipe, Embargo, Swagger, blah, 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 Roost, Rock Tomb, Focus Blast. No, nothing really all that useful. Yeah, I don't think there's anything here that would be of benefit to him. I think Rock Smash is probably going to be useful for him to know. Let's see who else can learn it. Maybe I'll change my mind. Let's see. So Ampharos can learn it. Quilava can learn it. Politoed knows it, but I don't really need Politoed anymore because he doesn't really know anything of use at this point. I'm going to teach it to Scyther. I kind of feel a little guilty about teaching him Rock Smash, but by the time we don't, I don't know, by the time I decide whether or not I want him to have it, we'll have gotten to Blackthorn, and we'll go from there anyway. Okay, and then, what did Politoed know? Does he know anything that I need to keep him on the team for? Surf, Rock Smash, and Strength? No. Yeah, I don't need him anymore, actually. I can get rid of Politoed now, because I have Surf and Strength over on Furret, which is what I wanted, so I really don't even need you anymore. Politoed. Deposit. Alright, sorry, Politoed. It was nice to have you for a little bit, but I don't need you anymore. You are no longer useful to me. And then I don't need Fly, because I don't have a need to go back and forth anywhere, so I'm going to grab Haunter again. Okay. Cool. So Haunter's back. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of Politoed, and I'm going to go ahead and replace that with Haunty. Delightful. Okay, let's move you back a little bit here. All right. Cool. So I think we're good. I think that's probably a good point for us to wrap things up too. In the next episode, we will go and see Jasmine over in the tower, or sorry, in the lighthouse rather. She's not a princess in Disney. We're gonna go see her, and then what we'll do is we'll beat her, and then we can move on and everything. But I think, yeah, I'm actually happy with the results of this. That's pretty good. I'm good with that. Let's go ahead and save that. I'd like to save the game. I would, yes. And that'll be a wrap of this episode. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, show your love by hitting the like button. Do not forget to subscribe. Any feedback for me, leave in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Also, don't forget to take a look at the description box. There's some links that might be of interest to you, one of which is a link to the Marcanine community Discord server. If you want to be part of that group, you can chat with me directly. Otherwise, just know that I appreciate you and your time, and I hope to see you when we continue with more of our playthrough of Pokemon Soul Silver. All right, guys. That's it for me. Take care. Be well. See you next time.